Hey folks, welcome to Planet Traffic. Today's episode is coming from, well, it's like uncharted territory because I've been in this area a lot, and usually on my one wheel, you know, just kind of gliding around. But today I'm in downtown Douglasville for an event, and the key thing here is letting people know, like, here's the garage that's at church, and I don't know if you're familiar with downtown here. Church. This is Church Street. Heading up to the GREYSTONE Amphitheater, which is at the Douglasville Green up ahead. So there's a show today that is the rescheduled date for DeBarge, who was supposed to play, I think, last year. So that's today. So yeah, so Bowden Church. So there's the garage right there. So I was just keeping an eye on that to see what kind of, you know, at a little past 4:30 p.m. on a Saturday. The show starts at 7. I was just wondering, what's it look like around here if you are going to the event and you'd like to park somewhere. One great thing about down here, this area, is that they're also doing shuttle buses. They're leaving from, I think, Douglas High School, which is not very far from here at all, but in that instance, you can use their parking there, and they have plenty of that. You just take the bus over here. I think it runs every a half hour. The last shuttle leaves a half hour after the show ends at 10 p.m. I think that's the way I read it today. All right, let me catch my breath. I don't know what's happening. I'm old and I need my exercise. I've been getting it. But that was a nice little hill there, man. I'll blame it on that. Always, every time I pass, it's Hawkins Police Department right there. And look at this, folks. This is something I've noticed. All shut down. So no vehicle access, I guess, except for maybe the shuttle buses. There might be. Yes. Yeah, there might be. They might open that up for shuttle buses.
Yeah, they sold the tickets now.
But yeah. Oh, here you go. Love these too. Look at the heart. These little muralish art items. Look. Let me get out of the way. Hero's Heart. Love it. Anytime I pass these, I make sure I try to document them. Okay, back to the task at hand. Watch your step. Yeah, so right up here on the left is where the event's being held. By the way, fantastic playground. Really wanted to get my granddaughter here, but we were so busy doing other things. But I really wanted her to come over here because this playground's really good. And you see the bridge going across Church Street. So yeah, I guess they'll open it up. They'll find a way to park the shuttle buses. But let's see what's going on up here. Right over here on Club Drive is actually where I guess the main entrance for the concert is going to be. And as you look over my right shoulder, you can see the amount of people. Look, these people aren't playing. They're getting a good seat tonight. So we're at 10 of 5. I think gates open at 6. And oh, they're just doing it all. This is the best. Look at this. This is the way to go. So yeah, you're going to be Go Birds. Yes. Yo, hey, I got the hat on. I got the watch on. I got the shirt on. I got the green sneaks on. And this lovely individual right here said the following. You said,
Go Birds.
Because she said, Go Birds. Went by. Are you from the area?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you Philly transplantish thing or?
No.
Okay. Just Go Birds.
Go Birds.
You gotta love that. Okay, so how long you think how long you been here?
Yeah. We haven't been here too long. Well, I probably started. Yeah, but I probably
15 minutes?
Probably been about 15 minutes.
What time you think it started?
Like at 4. People probably started lining up after.
Yeah, that's fair. of people was really, really helpful. I'm gonna see if I can get my buddy's name. Can you shout it?
Hi guys, I'm Olivia, Phillies fan through and through.
Okay.
Go Birds.
Okay, from Douglasville-ish. Okay. Me and Covon were talking about, and he's a New York native. We were talking about, ooh, man, it would be nice if somebody was roaming back and forth here with a cooler of water, because everyone's kind of sweating to death. Now I'm going to share the answer that I got already. So they're saying, they just told me that wouldn't last a second if they saw me walking up here with a cooler.
Really? Why?
That's what they said. Yeah, so that's not a good idea. Then he stopped talking to me. So like the conversation was literally, I was like, oh really? Like not if no. And I went, okay. So no business. That's a shame. That would do so well here.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah, that would do so good.
You'd make all the money off your first case right here off of me.
And you're looking at two guys right here that made a lot of money in their youth shoveling snow up north. So you know we would be one of the first ones to jump on this gig here. But
that's a fact.
Yeah, so that's what they told me. All right, so yeah, that family was very nice. They're ready to get it in. The one lady was showing me the upcoming schedule for this season. It looks like a lot of shows booked later in the summer, but they do have. I'll have to look and see over again and most of them are sold out already. So whatever they posted, man, they sell right away. So let's see what's going over. Let's see what's going on over here on this side of the street. But yeah, here's the playground. We got the playground over here. They got some chairs up in the front of the stage. I've been down here before with Stranger Things. They've used the stage for. They've had bands up there during the Stranger Things event. That's like an annual thing. Usually starts around. Going around. I don't know, right around Halloween. Usually the first weekend in November. But yeah, this is where it's happening. They got a concession right there. Whoops, right there. But you know there's a lot of seasoned veterans down here already that have probably done many shows and already know exactly what they're doing. And that's the thing, like that's what I like seeing. And I like picking the brains, you know, talking to people and going, what's the normal routine when you're going to an event at the GREYSTONE Amphitheater in downtown Douglasville. And I'm starting to see, oh man, that was a dry throat. Now I need water. Where are we getting that at? Nobody knows where we're getting that at. There's another group I would have walked right up and down. I would have did that with the cooler, without question. Sold water. The exercise is good. The money's fine, but you know what? The price is going to be right. And at the end of the day, the thing that I dig most about it is the fact that people are going to be happy because they're hydrated. Some people brought their drinks with them. They brought their drink. Oh, it smells good around here. There's a nice barbecue place right to my right on Veterans Memorial Highway. And here we go with some shade. And here, give you an idea exactly what it looks like from this angle. Here's more of the line extending back here. Here's the cemetery. I've filmed in here a number of times. And so yeah, if you end up getting a seat waiting in line here, you got a good chance of being in the shade. That's another thought. The problem here is, now I would usually park in one of these areas here anytime I'm kind of wandering around down here in downtown Douglasville with the one wheel, but they're not letting anyone come in up here. So they don't have, that's the problem. Like, look at this. This is prime time parking. All of this, bang, 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 bang. There's 4 of them right there, but you can't get in off that street. Everything goes all the way down like we just did. So very envious of that spot right there. The word earlier from the lady I was talking to was saying 4 p.m. is kind of the cutoff. So here's I don't even know. This is probably a free lot. There's the stage right there. Let's see if we can get really in tight there. So the stage is actually right there. There is parking right here. Again, right off of Church Street. That looks kind of cool if they got the food trucks going. That's all. That would be nice. And but yeah, so I guess like the minute this parking lot fills, they'll give the police the nod up there to block the street, and then this is probably over with. So I'm assuming that's how they control that. But it sounds like this. It sounds like it sounds like they're 4 p.m. So if you really want parking down here, you don't want to shuttle in 4 p.m. to be right here. Now I can show you where I ended up. Well, you already know where I ended up. So here's a little sound checking going on up there. You can see the sign right to the next of it, Greystone Amphitheater. But oh yeah, a little bit of sound check. And I'm gonna head back to where I'm parked, over there where BraxyB is, because BraxyB is with us tonight. But you can see with all this whole segment of this whole stretch of Church Street is blocked off. Yeah, so times I've looked and forgotten that this area here, especially the area you're standing on, is a Douglasville town green, and the Greystone Amphitheater is located within that. Yeah, concert tonight, DeBarge. Oh baby. Officially got the word on a couple things. One, no, do not get any entrepreneurial aspirations of walking a cooler around with water, because that's not going to float. The police are, well, the vendors, the certified vendors are going to have a problem, and that's going to get passed on to the police, and then that's going to get passed on to you. So that's probably not a thing, and I'm sure somebody learned a while back that wasn't a thing. Second, Church Street between, I think it was Bowden? No, next block up. Oh, right at the Hawkins Police Department. And all the way to the other end of the cemetery is is closed at 4 p.m. So that's the target. You want to get parking down here at 4 p.m. Now this garage is still taking cars, and we're now at 20 after 5. So that's promising right there. But that in tight parking, yeah, at 4 p.m. If you're not in that area, a block in either direction of the actual location of the Douglasville Town Green, Greystone Amphitheater, yeah, you can't get in there after 4 o'clock. And now we can add the following, and that'll be it for all the boring stuff. Important but boring. The gentleman that worked in the parking garage. Why am I not a newscaster? I'm outside like a journalist. Whatever those people are. I didn't pay for the education, so out of respect for the people that have that, that's the reason number one, I'm not in that field. Two, the second reason would be, yeah, I didn't go to college for that. So anyway, yeah, like you could pull your car in probably all the way up until a half hour prior to the event starting, and still have an outside chance of getting a parking space in the parking garage. That's a big deal. That's pretty good. And I see somebody's fingers flicking, and that I think is BraxyB, and we're going to see if it is. But this is where I ended up parking without seeing my license plate. So basically I'm right here, and I'll be walking up and down and into that entrance. So that's it. That's how it works. I did pretty good with no one wheel. I left it home. Didn't want anyone pulling it out the car I didn't want to entice anyone into taking it out of the car. It would be basically robbery. But yeah, we're get a good idea. Future events. This is how it shakes down. This one's sold out. There's many sold out after this. Those people are going to do what they normally do. They're going to get down here early. They're going to get in that parking lot next to the amphitheater. They're going to be in there long before 4 p.m. And then they're going to go and sit and relax, preferably in a shaded area. Do I need suntan lotion? Oh, I'm starting to get concerned. Out now.
Gemini, my fellow Gemini.
So did we actually met DeBarge?
Yes.
Really?
We talked to him.
Yeah.
My birthday's in it. I'm a Gemini too.
You were saying you said that?
Your wife.
Oh, you? Oh, shocker!
Video too.
I was wondering how many Geminis we had right here.
Your wife is famous. Your wife is famous.
Good.
They're talking about their birthdays and everything.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Oh my God! Look at BraxyB. Really? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Everybody else's birthday.
I'm glad y'all did that, though. All right, folks, we're on our way out of the concert. BraxyB just had decided. Well, look. Who was responsible? Who gets to thank you for getting back there to actually meet DeBarge?
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti. So that being said, overall, wonderful experience. Now you know how to go about.
Oops, on my face.
Now you know how to go about parking your car prior to an event down here. Come on down. Tremendous show. Relaxing. BraxyB, what'd you think? And add the exclusive.
I had a good time. We went back to take a picture. He was very gracious. And I said, I got to take a picture with my fellow Gemini. With my fellow Gemini. Get her. June 18th. Fourth.
Oh, okay. Fourth. All right.
He said, you are May or June? I said, June. Told him my birthday. And they said, when is yours? And I said, the 4th for him.
Oh, you told him his was the 4th?
Well, they said, when is yours? And I told them the 4th was his birthday.
So yeah, great night and lovely. Thank you to Shahida, the #1 realtor in the area and cool person. I'll put all you see is this. So yeah, thank you to Shahida for the tickets. #1 realtor. Here's our contact on YouTube if you're ever interested in moving to Douglasville or the surrounding area. And you can close it out.
No, thank you.
Have a great day, pleasant tomorrow, and we'll see you next episode.
Subscribe.